If you could have a drink with anyone in the theater world, who would it be? I'm Anthony Caporale, and I'm running through my list. Each week, I'll sit down with cast members, bartenders, and personalities from New York's theater district and get a behind-the-scenes look at what it's like to live, work, and play on Broadway. Come have a drink with us on Broadway Bartender. Welcome to Broadway Bartender. My name is Anthony Caporale, and we're here at New World Stages in the heart of New York's theater district, home to my show, The Imbible, A Spirited History of Drinking. And we have some really special guests on this week. So special that we're going to change up the format. Normally I open with a drink and then reveal the guest. But this week we have Rebecca Vigil and Evan Kaufman of Your Love, Our Musical, which is an improvised musical comedy, yeah?
Correct.
All right, awesome. So we're gonna get to that, but I figured in the spirit, I always try and do drinks that are sort of themed to the guests. Okay. So I'm gonna have you guys give me some ingredients and I'm gonna improvise a drink. How about that?
Oh, excellent.
Very exciting.
Cool?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So I know a little bit about improv, and normally there are some rules, like you ask for some stuff and then the improviser does stuff, right?
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna ask you guys to pick one of the spirits, and we have vodka, gin, whiskey, or tequila.
Okay.
One of the fruit juices, lemon, lime, or orange, and then whether you would like the drink served up, which is in a martini glass with no ice, or on the rocks, which is in either a rocks glass or a tall glass over ice. Okay? So
Okay.
1, 2, 3, and then I will improvise a drink.
Fantastic.
So what do you think?
Well, this is great. I feel like this is a good opportunity for us to really come up with some group mind here
Okay.
to decide together.
Okay.
So why don't on the count of 3 we'll say exactly which alcohol
one
we
you
want.
We want
Together.
together.
Yeah, together, obviously.
Okay, great.
It'll be us
All right.
together. All right,
Ready?
ready?
1, 2, 3.
Gin.
Tequila.
Whoops. Well,
We went
and
clear.
That happens. And that happens.
That happens.
What do
So
you
come
want?
to our unreliably good show.
Yeah.
No, I want tequila.
Let's do tequila.
Yeah.
Tequila. Okay,
sounds
and
great.
then with tequila, would you like lemon, lime, or orange?
1, 2, 3.
Lime.
Good. Oh, you
Nailed
guys are
it.
gonna make this easy.
Yeah.
All right, but that's okay. I can switch it up a little bit. And then
Okay.
do you want it up or on the
Oh,
rocks?
well. Yeah, I know this one.
Just say it.
Okay. 1, 2,
2,
3.
3.
Rocks.
All right, so you
Rocks.
guys call this groove mind.
Yeah. Oh
Group.
no. Group.
Group mind.
Group
I was
is-
like, what? I've never heard of
Yeah.
groove mind. What
Groove
is this?
is
Some sort of
way better.
improv term?
Groove mind is in the heart.
Right.
Okay.
Group mind
Is in the brain.
Is in the brain.
It's like
that's right.
hive mind, but with less people.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. There'll be a moment in some improv shows where almost like a magical reveal. Two people will do something at the same time, or they'll kind of enact the
Yeah.
same thing, or they'll make a move and the other person will make the same move, and you're like, how did they do that?
We just have a communication with each other under
Yeah.
the surface.
Wait, so this is a real thing?
Yeah.
Group mind. So you see it with really good improv groups, and then with really bad improv groups, you'll go, oh, these people have
Don't
no
have
idea.
group mind.
They have no group mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so many questions. All right, but wait, I want to make you a
That's
drink.
good.
Yeah.
So, but I got to ask you though, is
Yeah.
there a trick behind it? I mean, is it because you've encountered that situation before, or is it like you're reading the cues the same? You know how you're going to respond to the cues, or you're reading each other's body language, or what is it?
Yeah, it's a part, I think part of the really good improvisers are good at reading the cues that are not surface level. We've been doing it so long, and especially when you have a partner, with each other we've been doing it so long that I just know the move he might make, and so we can make it together. So we'll make the same dance move together just out of nowhere. We'll sing a perfect harmony just out of nowhere because I just have a prediction of where he'll go.
Every once in a while, our show involves kind of setting up rhymes and finishing rhymes because we're making up the songs, and that's really the part that I think audiences are always that's the shiny part
Yeah,
for
it's
audiences.
so cool.
The
Yeah, they're
magic,
like,
yeah.
ooh, wow,
Yeah.
they both said wife at the
Yeah.
same time. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
I can't believe it, rhyming life with wife.
Insane.
What a world.
Insane.
Yeah. But that's always the fun part, is when we can land on the same rhyme together,
Yeah.
or we finish a sentence, or we'll start a scene and we both know, oh, I'm definitely this character,
Yeah.
I'm that character, and we can just kind of, it's almost like skipping steps.
Yeah, and
you
my
know?
favorite thing for us in the show, performing it, my favorite thing is when I can see a rhyme that he's setting up from a mile away. I know he's gonna get to life and the way he's setting it up. So we're looking at each other the whole time he's setting it up, and I know, and then we hit it together.
So you know where you're going,
For
let alone even how
for 2 lines.
Really?
Sometimes. The other fun part of improv is watching the fall, is
Yeah.
watching how you handle you know.
When you think he's going to say life and he says
Correct.
rutabaga.
Exactly.
Right, yeah, okay.
And then what I'll do with that mistake. Because in improv, the magic is also in the mistakes, is what I can make with the mistake.
The opportunity stake.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and we had tequila,
Yeah.
lime, and then rocks.
Yes.
So obviously you're giving me the ingredients for margarita.
Margarita.
You're handing it to me.
I am.
Obviously.
All right, but I'm
What
gonna
are you
I'm
gonna
gonna
do
do
with
a
it?
little some fancy stuff with it. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do, because you want it on the rocks, I'm gonna go ahead and make this in my shaker tin. So a couple scoops of ice in the tin. I'm gonna make 3 of these because I'm gonna join you if you don't mind.
Not at all.
Great. So I want to do about 1.5 ounces of tequila per drink. So this is gonna be about a 9 count. Which each count is a half ounce.
That's the best pour I've ever gotten in New York, I think.
We don't cheat here at the
Yeah.
Broadway Bartender.
No.
And then you said lime, so I'm going to use my handy dandy lime squeezer to speed things up here.
That's what that is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I thought it was for your.
I have one in my house.
Oh, you've never used it?
Nope.
Oh.
I'm going to do a half a lime per drink. And the last one, this is called a hull. And if you guys can see, there's some beautiful oils on the top there once you squeeze them, and I want those in the drink. So I'm going to pop that in. And I need to sweeten this up a little bit because right now I just have lime juice, which is basically acid and tequila. And what I like to use when I'm making a margarita is honey. So I used half honey and half water to just make a honey syrup. And I'm going to go ahead and put about a half ounce per drink. So that's 1.5 ounces total in there.
Do you have thoughts? Honey versus agave?
I always have thoughts.
I want them.
Would you like to hear them?
I want them all.
Yeah. So agave nectar. Believe it or not, the agave plant does not produce nectar. The agave plant produces sap, which they concentrate down to make agave nectar, the exact same way, or very similar way that they do high fructose corn syrup. So one of my favorite things is people come up to me and they say, I'd like a margarita with agave nectar because I'm avoiding high fructose corn syrup. It
Yeah.
actually has more fructose than high fructose corn syrup. But people don't really take the time.
There's just no way to win.
There's no way to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there is. Just stick with the basic, simple stuff.
The natural stuff.
Yeah, right. Agave doesn't make nectar, so don't drink agave
Yeah.
nectar.
You know what does? Bees.
Yes,
Honey.
bees.
Point made.
Exactly.
Incredible.
And I'm joking. There's nothing wrong with agave nectar. But my
We're
point
sponsored
is,
by agave.
no, just know what you're drinking. Don't order something because you saw it on television or because you saw an ad
Yeah.
for it. Do you know what I
Unfortunately,
mean?
that's the only reason I do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
Yeah.
And I always tell people there's only 2 things that you can do wrong in a bar. One is, or when you're drinking rather, one is drink and drive, so don't do that. That's easy. The other is drink what you don't like. Unfortunately, that's harder to do, and I find most people in America drink things because either someone in their family drank it, they know how to pronounce it, or they saw it on TV.
Yep.
And none of those things really work for me. Okay, so we have our tequila, our lime juice, and our honey syrup in here.
Look at that.
Oh yeah.
And there's a tequila, a margarita actually is just a variation of a sour, which is tequila, lime juice, and simple syrup, obviously. But there's another way to kind of kick this up a little bit and add some orange juice, and that makes it a stone sour. But rather than add orange juice, I happen to have some orange bitters, so I'm just going to do a couple dashes of orange bitters right on top. And so this is going to be sort of my variation of a margarita, and it's a stone margarita made with honey syrup. Okay, so let's see why thank you so much.
Yes.
Yes.
That was excellently improvised.
So let's see what we think of this.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh.
It's pretty good, right?
Absolutely.
What's your favorite drink face?
Oh,
After
yeah.
someone takes a sip,
Good
what's
question.
the face that you want them to make?
Is it like
Because I have
sensual?
I have a shot face that
I like that. I just
do.
like
Oh,
beaming.
Oh, beaming.
They're
Okay.
like,
This is amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a drink face?
I with a lot of stuff that's good, I always go like it's painful. I don't know why. I do
yeah.
the like, oh God.
A lot of people do that. I notice a
So
lot of people will
good.
drink and go,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah.
confusing.
I always
Like
like
you
to
just
think
stepped on a
those
nail.
people
Yeah.
are just teeing up like their own personal catchphrase, where they're like,
Oh.
hachi machi,
Right,
it's
yeah,
like, what?
yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
what are you
totally.
talking about? But I do like the I do this one because I'm not a good drinker. I love to drink, but I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
You
You
know.
have to explain to me what that means.
So
Because in my mind, that means you have a lot of DWIs.
No,
Okay.
no, I'm excellent at getting drunk, but I'm not, like you said, it's people who walk up to the bar and they're like, I'll take a Manhattan, and you're like, do you know what's in a Manhattan? And they're like, pastrami on rye, like they don't know.
Yeah.
And my wife is Irish. And I am just a terrible. I like everything to taste like
Candy. Yeah.
Like if it tastes like this is perfect for me because I can
is.
taste. I can really taste the honey.
He's a Moscow Mule fan.
Yeah.
That's a great drink.
It's an excellent drink.
Absolutely.
So
That's
that's my
nice
go-to when I go up there. But sometimes, after a show or something, people will be like, "I gotta buy you a shot of Fireball, dude," or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know where that person's from, but
You know where he's from.
yeah. And so I'll take that shot and I do one of these, where I'm fine for a second, and then it hits me right there.
Yeah.
So I look okay for a moment.
Don't let it out right in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be
absolutely.
honest
Just
right
go,
up top.
"Oh,"
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Oh God. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, so I want to talk about this amazing project that you guys have going on now for 3 years, right?
Yeah.
You just celebrated your third year anniversary.
We did, that's right.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Tell me all about your Love Our Musical.
Great. Well, where to begin?
He was friends with a friend of mine that I knew in California, but then they went to college in Boston. I moved to New York. Whatever, all over the nation thing.
Yeah.
And I went to Boston from New York visiting my friend to see her in a comedy show.
That's right.
He was in that comedy show. And at that time, I had been looking for a male partner for this show. I had this
had an
idea with
idea.
I had started it with another person over in
Okay.
Los Angeles, David Magadoff, and then we moved and tried to start it separately. And so I was looking for him, but I hadn't found anybody in New York that I was like, I think our sensibilities, that, again, that under conversation, the group
When
mind.
you're looking for a collaborator and you kind of think, could
Yeah.
I hang out with this person
hang
and
out
do
with
we
them?
actually vibe in any
And do
real
they
way?
make me laugh and impress me with their improv?
Sure.
And so I went to Boston, I saw him in the show, and I was like, that's the guy. That
Just like that.
sucks. Yeah,
I don't
was
even
just
think we didn't even
immediately-
meet
we
that
didn't
night
even meet
either.
that night.
Yeah.
But I
She's,
told Kirsten, I was like, I wish that guy lived in New York, because that guy should be in this show with me. And then a year later, I walked into another musical improv rehearsal for another show, and I walked into the rehearsal, and he was standing there.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my God! And
Did he have a bow on?
He had
Or
a bow on.
It was like the
He had a
universe
bow
was
on.
like, here you go.
I was
Yeah.
like a car in a Christmas
Yeah.
ad. A giant bow,
Yep.
completely naked.
You shouldn't have.
Yeah, exactly.
So then I approached him, and he was like, sure. He was kind of like saying yes to everything because he
I had just moved to
there.
New York and was desperate for friends and
Yeah.
attention.
Yeah.
Which is just normal for any comedian.
Yeah.
Really.
Even after you live
absolutely.
here for a while.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Always desperate for friends and
Yeah,
attention.
absolutely.
But yeah, so I was excited, and I think actually we got drunk one night
Mm-hmm.
at the People's Improv Theater,
Uh-huh.
and we're just chatting about it. And I was like, it sounds great, it sounds amazing. And I had done something kind of similar to it in this theater in Boston, Improv Asylum, where we would talk to people out of the audience and then kind of do like a day in the life. It's kind of a popular improv game,
Yeah,
sort
take
of.
an interview and do a
When
show.
you extrapolate it, so I was kind of used to it. So we did our first one. I don't even know if we had any rehearsals or anything.
We did.
We
it
had
was our
one.
one rehearsal,
Yeah.
and I explained the show, and we did it one practice run just in a room with
Yeah.
somebody.
And then we just
And we
went
were
out
like,
and did it.
yeah,
Let's do it.
Let's do it. This
right.
works.
Okay, so explain the show.
Great.
Okay.
So basically, the show has a kind of a two-part structure, which is the first part of it is an interview segment where we call somebody up out of the audience and we ask them about their relationship. So usually it's two people, and we ask them a series of questions, usually kind of similar ones, because most relationship stories have kind of an arc to them.
Yeah.
So we talk to them about that, and then the second half.
The second half, we improvise a full musical about their love story. And the bigger venues, like we've done the Bell House and Littlefield in New York, we have like a full 3-piece band, and it's like full-blown musical. And our smaller shows, we have a piano player, like we will have later tonight.
You're gonna do some of this
Yeah,
for us.
we're gonna
I
do
know, we
it.
can
There
see
he is
him
over
back there.
there. It's very
Hey,
funny that
Henry.
he's sitting over there.
Which is how most of our musicians feel.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the interesting thing about our show is that while what we're doing is difficult. What the musicians are doing
Is
is
insane.
crazy because not only are they also improvising with us as well, they're making up all the music at the time. And this is, I mean, we always get a series of like frequently asked questions after the show.
To
one of
debunk
which, it's like any great magician, right?
Yeah.
You go and you see the magician, and then you're like, okay, but really, like the
Is there a
magnet.
trapdoor?
Right.
Show me the hat.
Yeah.
So then usually people come up and they say, well, those songs were planned.
You knew you were going to sing those songs.
And you fit
words into it.
Right. And no, it's always up to the musician. The music that we hear, we hear it along with you. It's
We're
the first
hearing it
time
the
we've
first
ever
time.
heard it. So that means we have to like find a melody, get on, key, hopefully,
Yep.
and then sync up with each other. And then while we're doing that too, figuring out lyrics, trying to land rhymes, making it funny and interesting, and also capturing whatever character it is we're portraying.
And taking all of the little bits of information that they gave us over the last 20 minutes and putting it all into the musical.
And it sounds difficult. And
A little bit, yeah.
And
It is.
It is.
It is. It is. That's why there's only two of us.
Yeah, but the musicians do such an amazing
they're
job,
amazing.
and it is always funny because I feel like after the show, they're always like, "Oh, hey, oh yeah, you were in it too."
Yeah,
It's
right.
usually someone shunted off in a corner
Right.
who's like, "I have worked for years
Yeah,
to develop
exactly.
this insane skill that
Exactly.
5 people can do, and
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the corner."
Exactly.
Right.
While we're like, "Hey,
Yay.
all right."
Jokes.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so you mentioned you're going to do a little bit here, right,
Yeah.
of the thing. Okay, but before we do that, tell me about improv and how you both got started in improv and why you chose that as your sort of expression in theater.
Ooh, great.
Good one. Well, I have I sing and do comedy, but the thing I've done the longest is sing. Like I've been singing for as far back, baby with my dad. And so I then got funny, as being a nerd, needing a personality.
You didn't really get funny. You developed a defense mechanism you
Correct.
carried with you
Yeah.
for the rest of your life.
I developed a nice bag for my pain, and and I started doing improv, but not with music. It was just straight like short form comedy sports improv.
Right.
I started when I was like 14, very young, and then I started doing musical theater because if you're a funny person who likes to sing, that's kind of like the option presented to you as a teenager. It's like,
Yeah.
this is what you do. Or you do Weird Al and you like write your own parodies, which I don't like writing, obviously. So,
Yeah, right.
So I would, be the funny parts in the musicals and everything, and then I started to try to bring music into the short form and like have people come in with guitars. Like I was always very interested in music and comedy together in the improv setting because they're both so similar. They're so rhythmic and punchlines are musical and comedy is very musical, and getting to express my musicality and my passion for music and improvising music while also doing the improv and the comedy and capturing regular human beings in a funny way was something I was super interested in. So I've been doing it for like over 10 years now. And
So do you find that there's sort of more of like sort of an instant gratification? And I know when I'm doing writing and stuff, it's like you pick a subject and then you put your spin on it and reflect it back to the world, but you have to
Yes.
wait a long time.
exactly. And there's so much time to question yourself. And that's
Good.
for me,
Boy, I
for
never thought
improv.
about that.
For
Yeah.
improv, I'm like, it's out there, it got the laugh. I will use the laugh, calculate the laugh to think of what I can go and what they find funny, what this audience is
Like a
like
beautiful
liking.
mind,
Yeah,
yeah.
totally.
Right.
That's how I feel, right?
Yeah.
When I'm doing it. When I'm writing, it is less satisfying to me because so much of my art is based on building upon reaction.
Yeah.
And in the writing, I feel very like, well, I'm just building upon my reaction, and I can be an asshole to me sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's fine.
Wise words for any writer out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, improv is like the ultimate, it's a drug, really, because you do get that instant gratification.
Yeah.
And, it's like, it's like a good drink, right? It's improv is a shot where, maybe sitting down to write is more like a a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
But either way, you're still drunk and poor. I think I got into comedy kind of the same way. I was like a Weird Al kind of kid. I really like to sing. I am more of a comedian than a singer. This is always kind of the thing we kind of talk about, and this is why we compliment ourselves so lovely. I did like to write, and I started actually in stand-up. And then when I went to college, I found that I liked improvisation a little bit better because it was more team-oriented and group-oriented, so we could kind of share the laughs. And I liked being, even though I have an enormous ego, like any performer, I liked the feeling of setting people up and collaborating and coming off the stage and being like, wow, we did a great job. And improv is just a little less lonely than stand-up is. Stand-up is kind of a lonely profession. You go by yourself, but you do get to reap all the rewards, which is why I found a happy medium being part of a duo, because it's like we can set each other up. It can go great. If a show goes badly, we commiserate. If it goes great, it's both of our triumph, so it's really nice. Yeah. I did improv in Boston for a long time. I worked at this theater called Improv Asylum, which was really great. And then moved to New York and kind of blended it all together. And it's interesting because singing is something that I love to do, but I'm not classically trained, as you'll see in a moment. And it's been really fascinating to kind of learn more of the musicality side of it. And I think that's one of the things that's really great about our show is a lot of musical improv you see. I have a friend who has a joke about musical improv, which is, he calls it What Did the Dog Do? Which is, it's one person who comes out and there's like a very kind of simple thing and they go, what did the dog do? And then hurriedly looks around at everyone else. And then everyone else goes, yeah, what did the dog do?
Yeah.
What did the dog do? What? And then it's like 35 minutes of what did the dog do,
Yeah, right.
mixed in. So I think one of the nice things and one of the things we really try and do is continue to push ourselves to make musical improv a little bit more complex, a little bit more musical.
Contemporary sounding. Improv, especially musical improv, can tend to sound dated. It can, like whose line is it anyway? It's very impressive, but it's very like dun 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 dun.
And that's the first introduction to musical improv most people have, which is the hoedown. If you've ever seen that on Whose Line Is It Anyway, which is literally bam 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 bam, and you're like, oh my god. Yeah.
We try to be like soulful.
Yeah.
Right.
But just wait till you hear this next song.
Yeah.
Ba, 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 ba. It's gonna be great.
Okay, so how many performances a week, a month, a year? How often do you guys perform?
Well, it varies because we do private stuff, but we have a monthly show at this point.
that people
and then
can
we
find
tour.
where?
Well, we can go to
YourLoveOurMusical.com.
YourLoveOurMusical.com.
Okay.
Or if you just Google us, you can
Yeah,
find it.
Your Love Our Musical.
And we usually do our show at Union Hall sometime towards the end of the month.
Okay,
right
great.
Now. Yeah.
So let's do a little improv-y thing here.
Okay,
Let's
so
do
we
it.
get to talk to you for a little bit. then.
Yeah, okay, cool. So you're going to pretend like as if I was an audience member.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
We'll flip the script. Now we
Good.
get to interview.
We get to interview
Good.
you.
That's
How
right.
often does
Hi.
that happen?
Hello.
Hi. Okay, so are you currently in a relationship?
Yes.
You are.
Yes.
What is her name?
Oh, with a person?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Not with alcohol.
I was going to say.
Oh.
Okay. Kelly.
Kelly.
Kelly,
Wonderful.
fantastic. And what does Kelly do for a living?
She is the director of education at a school lunch program provider. Company that provides like really good for you lunches for schools.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's an amazing program.
That's an amazing
Yeah.
job.
That's fantastic.
And you, other than this wonderful show and in Bible, do you do anything else for a living?
I do, yes.
I'm a jack of all trades too.
Yeah, I run a consulting company for restaurants,
Awesome.
and I also teach at the Institute of Culinary Education. I'm the director of beverage studies, so I teach people how to open and operate restaurants.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's
Did your
fun.
audience know that?
I don't know, they do now.
So cool.
Yeah,
man.
ice.edu. It's an amazing school.
There you go. Excellent. That's
Okay.
great. How did you and Kelly meet?
She actually came to see the in Bible. Yep, and I've known her for about 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, we were friends for about 2 years before we started dating.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
What made you start dating? What was the moment that you were? You were imbibing.
Yes.
I'm assuming.
Actually. So we had known each other for 2 years. She's an incredible person. She's phenomenally cool. She's attractive. She's wonderful. She's smart. She's everything you'd ever want to date. Yeah. After about 2 years, we were like, hey, maybe we should see where this goes. And so that's
Does
what
she
happened.
feel the same way about you? Attractive, intelligent, wonderful?
I can't imagine she does.
What do you think she would say about you that she likes about
Oh, she's
you?
an angel. She would definitely say yes. Well, listen,
He's great, he's wonderful, he's
She would say all
smart,
those
he's
things, yes.
intelligent, he looks incredible in a hat.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you remember a moment that you...
Was it after the show
Yeah.
you both talked for a little bit? She's like, wow, I've never seen the Bible before. This is amazing to see you in this new light.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I think it was a lot of the commonalities that we have between, you know, she is involved in food and I teach at a culinary school, and she's involved in education and I'm a teacher. So there was just a lot of synergy in terms of common interests. And, you know, we kind of ran in circles that weren't the same but overlapped enough that we could like share stories without boring each
Yeah.
other. Like if I was in your world, I would be doing this all day. Oh, if I was in your world, I'd be doing this all day. Oh, that's
Yeah.
really cool, but I don't have time to do what you do.
Right.
So there was like a lot of that.
That's good.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
That's excellent. So yeah, so this is great. Usually when we talk to somebody, they're a stranger out of the audience, and they will give you maybe one piece of
We met
information.
at a bar.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
they were hot.
What do you like about them?
Yeah.
They were cool.
Yeah, but the great thing about our show is a lot of people I think, oh, my relationship's not interesting, or how we met is boring, we met online, it's boring. And then they will say something that you're like, I'm sorry.
What was that?
You have to take that back.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing. I was testing a knife and I accidentally stabbed myself, and then I went to her for help because she worked at the student union. And you're like, I'm sorry, you stabbed yourself?
That's a true.
Yeah, that's a true
Right.
one.
Or, oh yeah, no, our second date was at a porta potty convention.
Yeah.
What is...
We met on a bus in New Zealand. No, super boring.
We
and
met
then
BDSM speed dating, and
Yeah.
it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's absolutely incredible.
It is always amazing. There's always one detail where you're like, I'm sorry, you're just going to have to replay that back to me one time.
Everybody has unique details.
Yes.
But they have, just like you were talking about with Kelly, they have a common overlap of I said I love you at a bar.
Right.
But it's what bar, how did you say it? Did you even say it? Did she respond? It's all the little details that make it different.
Sometimes in our show, people like the couple more than they like us. They'll be like, oh my God, Brad and Terry were great. And we're like, yeah, and what did you think
We
about
were
us?
Brad and Terry.
So this is fantastic. So you just gave us all this information.
Wait,
Okay.
one
Yeah,
more
yeah.
question.
Oh, yeah,
Our
please.
favorite question
Oh,
we
boy.
ask of the couple, so you have to answer for both you and Kelly.
Okay.
Do you have a pet peeve with Kelly?
Only that she's a much better person than I am.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
One excellent answer.
I
by
can
the way.
answer hers
Yeah,
now.
Answer hers.
Yeah, my schedule is insane.
Okay.
We never get to see each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's got to keep up
Yeah,
with
and
your
I,
schedule.
yeah, and I don't even know that she would say that, but I know
You
it's
think
crazy.
She's too nice
It's
to
nuts.
say it?
Yeah, but that's
too good of a-
absolutely.
She's too good
Yeah.
of a person.
That's my pet peeve for her about me.
Well, you did, like I did say, oh, you have other jobs, and instead of listing like, oh, I bartend, I freelance, you listed like, I run a company, I teach at a prestigious university. I mean, excellent.
Yeah.
That's great. Fantastic.
You ready?
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, I can't wait.
We're just going to.
So this is going to be Anthony and Kelly. Is that what I'm going to see?
This is Anthony and Kelly, the musical.
Oh, love it.
Enjoy.
Okay.
It's better than Hamilton because it's about you.
Hi, can I buy you a drink based on my show?
Oh, did you? Are you?
That was-
Yeah, that was you.
That was me up there, yeah.
I'd recognize that hat anywhere.
So, look, I'd love to stay, but I have to run.
Wait, you just sat down.
I know, but I only have about 30 seconds allotted to talk.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah,
I'm cool. I'm easy. I'm an angel.
you do seem fun.
What do you like to do on your free time?
Well, if there's one thing I know, you're very good looking. I feel like our ingredients mix in a way we might start cooking. And I don't know about you, not looking for a baby mama, but I'm looking for a woman who might work in the same field as Michelle Obama.
Well, lucky you. I know a crap lot about food, and I know how to teach you a thing or two. I'm also rich and beautiful and have lots of free time, and no one can rise to my standards.
but I feel like we might be a meal. I don't know how you feel, but I feel like we might be a meal.
And maybe, oh maybe, oh maybe this can be something real.
Something real. I get the feeling this might be a meal. But I must warn you, I'm not looking for a pal. And I have a very difficult and complex iCal.
That's okay, I'm easy going. And if I'm upset, there's no way of knowing.
Well, I don't know how you feel, but I feel like this might be a meal. I don't know if you want to make a deal, but I feel like this might be a meal. And maybe tonight we can get it on. We'll mix the ingredients like blue apron.
That's too fast, I'll pass. But maybe in the future you and I could feel if we could.
Enjoy some repast, a fancy word
Ooh,
for eating.
Well, it was nice meeting. Oh, I don't have that. Henry!
Henry Kapersky on piano. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Guys, that was
Hey, cheers.
Hey, cheers!
that was so cool
Yeah.
to watch.
Now,
All right, yeah.
here's the extra process about that is
Yeah.
now is the wonderful couple of moments where you think about all the things you
We
could have said.
Yeah.
Now you guys are doing
Oh,
this now.
absolutely.
Yes, in your head.
Unpack it all.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
fascinating show to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're all over our musical. You have time to make a drink real quick?
Yeah,
You guys have somebody
let's do
come out
it.
here and make a drink.
Yeah.
Okay, so who wants to do it? You guys pick. Let's do some group mind. You say it at the same time.
1, 2, 3,
me.
Rebecca.
Look at that! Well done. Okay.
I'm the drinker of us.
Yeah. You can't tell somebody that the only thing you drink is Mike's Hard Lemonade and be like, let me get back behind that bar.
So I'm going to reveal a little bit of the secrets here of how to actually make drinks that consistently taste good. So I'm going to do the picking this time.
Okay.
But I'm going to let you into sort of what I was thinking when I did it so that you guys can use this at home and our viewers can use this at home. All I did was follow the template for a sour. And a sour is basically any spirit, a citrus juice, and a sweetener.
Okay.
So, and it really doesn't matter what you pick, and that's sort of the beauty of it. So I am going to go with a classic whiskey sour, because I'm a
Okay.
whiskey guy. So let's
Right.
start with, in this tin right here, go ahead and fill that about halfway with ice, and you should have an ice scoop down there.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
It's hard for the bartender to instantly pick up the biggest spoon they can find and swirl it around menacingly.
I would say maybe not customary, but
Okay.
common.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
common.
Sure, absolutely.
Fantastic.
Okay, so now let's do, I'm going to have you turn it straight up and down, and I want you to count to 9.
Okay.
Because we want about 1.5 ounces.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
There you go. I love it. Good job. All right, so
held it.
now we're going to do a whiskey sour, so I'm going to use lemon juice. And we have, somewhere back there should be my giant citrus press.
Hey.
Exactly. Flat side down. Yep. And
Gotta
just go
get
ahead.
those
Yep.
oils,
Yep.
baby.
And squeeze that right over the tin.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
look
nice.
at that.
That's nice.
You guys getting those
Lovely.
triceps on that?
And you can just dump that one in the tin. We're going to do 2 more, and then there's a garbage pail over to your left that you can dump those
So you
in.
actually dump it into the tin to kind of
I
get more
do.
flavor?
Yeah, so what happens is most of the flavor in citrus is in the oils in the skin,
Yeah.
not in the juice. But oil, as you know, is not soluble in water. Oil and water don't mix. Well, oil and alcohol do. So if you get those oils in the tin, the whiskey will start dissolving them and pick up all those flavors. So it's a really nice
So
way to
throwing
just...
a rind in there is kind of good. Wait, don't waste it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
no, she's
no.
got one in there
Oh,
already.
just one?
Yeah,
Got it.
beautiful. So now,
Listen, Mike's Hard Lemonade.
so with whiskey, we're going to do maple syrup as a
Okay.
sweetener. And this is maple syrup mixed half and half with water. And there should be a jigger right over there. all the way to the right. It's the thing that looks like a dumbbell, the little metal thing.
This
Yep,
thing?
that's called a
Okay.
jigger. And we're just going to do 1 ounce, which is the top. So fill that with,
This?
yep, do it right over the tin so in case you spill. There you go. Great. And then dump it right in. Maple syrup has a little stronger taste than honey.
Okay.
Good.
So just one.
Fabulous. Now you like the spoon, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So take the spoon, turn it over so that you use the
This?
handle. Yep. Put it right in, just like and just
Oh, you
stir
use
it.
the handle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's the point of the spoon part?
The spoon is for actually measuring and layering and scooping. But for stirring, I prefer the handle because it doesn't get all caught up in the ice. Lovely. Good. So now let's take these martini glasses and set them up in front of you.
You're doing up. Huh?
Yeah, we're going to do up this time.
Very good.
Lovely.
Oh yeah,
Like an
I've
old
been
man.
listening.
Like an
And you
old
have
man
a
and a young
strainer
boy
on top of
flying
that
away on
tin.
balloons.
Right here.
This one?
Yep, just put that right on top of here.
This?
Yep. And you're going to swing it around so that there, put your finger now right here, on the
Here?
other side.
Here?
There you go.
Oh
Very
yeah.
And just kind of divvy it up between those three.
Oh god.
Very nice.
Pretty good. And a move, because you might run out, so you want to make sure.
Solid pour.
Good.
It's all right if there's not as
It
much
doesn't
for me.
matter.
We know I won't.
Look at this.
That's beautiful.
Wow. Okay. That's amazing.
Yes.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
And let's do an orange for
Okay.
garnish. So you want to take
Did
the,
this.
actually that side doesn't taste that great. You want the other side. So what you want to do is take between your thumb and your index and middle fingers like that, and you're going to pop it. And what's going to happen if you watch the top when you pop it, see all those, ooh. But do that on the drink.
Pop.
Do it down here so it goes on the
Oh.
drink. Yeah, there you go.
Not right into
And
your
now
mouth.
you can rub that side around the drink.
Yeah. Oh,
This
I
side
never
is
knew
bitter.
that.
Yep.
That's
Oh man.
fantastic.
Pop
And then
and
pop
rock.
it in. Same
you
thing. You
go.
got a bunch more?
You're doing so much pop and lock, and you might
Pop.
save a community
there.
center.
Oh, right
Yep.
on the drink.
Right on the drink. Yeah, you want to actually do it like this.
You
so
know, you want to
boom,
try.
so the oils
look,
go.
I'm not a professional bartender. I would say you probably want to try not to do it right directly into your patron's eyes.
Probably.
Probably.
It depends on.
Unless
Hey,
they-
man,
yeah.
it's a show.
It all depends on where insurance is going in this
Exactly.
country.
Exactly.
So
I'm
yeah.
a masochist.
Good.
Please mist me in the eyes.
Good.
I'm sure there are bars in New York
And
that
that-
want
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's our
Misters, yeah.
classic whiskey sour, but we made it with maple syrup.
Hey,
Okay.
cheers, huh?
You're
Cheers.
incredible.
Let's see how she did there.
Cheers.
All right.
See how terribly
Oh,
I
it smells
did.
great.
I almost want to attend a dinner party that you host.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This
You're
is
not
lovely.
invited.
Well, that'll happen. That'll happen. That happens when you show up with a
Nicely
bunch
done.
of hard root beers
Yeah.
as a gift. Oh,
That's
you
what
brought
you do.
wine? No.
Oh
this
no,
is,
I brought that to your bachelor party.
That's true. Yeah,
I brought
yeah.
a bunch of hard root beer.
Yeah.
To his bachelor party?
This
Yeah.
is probably just killing you
Yeah.
inside.
No, I
to
love
me.
hard root beer.
Yeah.
I actually like it with vanilla ice cream.
Oh,
So
sure.
smart.
Yeah, it's one
Beer
of my favorite
float.
things.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much.
We had such a
Rebecca
good
Vigil
time.
and Evan Kaufman,
You got
Your
it.
Love, Our Musical, yourloveourmusical.com.
You got it. Yeah.
Guys, another 3 years at least.
Well, thank
we
you.
wish you
That's
here at Broadway
right.
Bartender to
We-
come back and see us.
yeah.
Folks, thanks so much for joining us, BroadwayBartender.com. Check us out on the web. You can get recipes. I barely
and
drank this.
recipes.
Recipes. We'll also have links to your website.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Drink well, drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly. Ooh, I'm
Nice.
cracked.
Tastes like Vermont.
That's good. Yeah, it does.
Delish.
Really good. Nicely done. Good pour.
Thank you.
Love it.
Well done.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. It was so much fun.
Wonderful.
Really fun time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay,
There you
pictures.
go. Thank you so much. Sorry, I went in for the hug. I'm a little drunk.
Thank you so much.